The comp experience is a whole different kind of more inward language that involves a kind of a think tank of musicians that share a very unique conversation.
The number one aspect of what we offer here is how the faculty work together to make this possible for each individual student, depending on their speciality, or depending on what they're discovering to be their speciality or their strengths, and how to help bring that to fruition and maximize those abilities while they're here with the right guidance.
Space those out, but they have to be close, right? Each one. Shaka-daga, it's almost a trill.
Nice.
All right? Okay. That worked
That
out
a little slower. We're
That was fine.
play the groove for us, and we'll be in with you.
We are largely a combo-based program for this reason, so the students can be involved and integrate their understanding of the jazz language into an ensemble environment and be able to learn how to talk to other musicians this way. Hopefully write for these groups as well, and then get into the studio. And what I mean by what I'm seeing in what the students are gaining from the experience is when they themselves are being recorded or recording themselves in this environment.
They are ready to roll?
Yeah, once the door is out there. Okay. I think they're. I told them.
Okay. All together. You know, anything that's not a wave, you know, and then just kind of feather it all in. And what you're hoping is like that little drag he's doing on the snare will kind of fill in that noise, you know, and kind of add to it.
Yeah, the music business courses are also the side of the training that's really important, right? To have something like music production, to have an entrepreneurship course, understanding how copyright law works. These are all typical monikers that you're going to be seeing in terms of the offerings of most music business programs that also even integrate with performance.
Right. Hey, this is for you guys.
One of the challenges here was to integrate kind of a conservatory approach with liberal arts expectations in terms of those credits, but it marries very well with what's expected here. That's why it's not entirely a conservatory, and that's a good thing, because of the kind of courses they're able to take outside of their music courses, which makes for a total experience. A total development. You know, a student will come in with a great question, you know, like what can I do with this particular avenue of writing? How can I explore this? It's like, well, let's just, why don't you just write it down and bring it to my office? Let's spend time in a few lessons fleshing this out. Let's see if this can turn into something that you could use for a film like you're asking me to. Let's see if we could turn into a multi-horn chart, or if it's something that's just going to have more of a pop element but still involves the jazz influence. What does that mean? If a student is trying to explore that, then we need to be able to provide that experience for them.
Things you don't want to sacrifice the length of the melody or the presentation of the melody for the embellishment. It's like the embellishment's almost becoming more important than the melody. Yeah. That's what we don't want. Like the other way around. The melody has to be honored. Right? Okay. Try a little bit at the top of the head. This time I want to hear the hi-hat of your paying 4. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oftentimes the students and the faculty are called upon for creative endeavors that have to do with bigger events. And a lot of attention is called to the fine arts students and faculty to situations. They're not in the background. They're performing front and center. And they're given the recognition and experience that they need to. They're getting paid also to perform in these environments. They're just not expected to do this, pro bono. They really they're being treated as professionals. And we do have a big band here, and we need that. It's an absolutely essential part of developing, which builds on a person's ability to double or to be able to read, extensively. To be able to that level of training is essential. Integrated. And because it's never just one thing. Every endeavor has a multiplicity of applications here, and that's what I've really very much enjoyed. I personally will start one thing, and then I just plug it in here, and then it just expands everywhere else, and that's what I've always loved about this place.